We're going to talk about postpartum depression. We're going to talk about postpartum depression. So we have 4 questions to answer when it comes to postpartum depression. Hi, good morning, Amara. So our number 1 question is, what is postpartum depression? Number 2 is the symptoms. Hi, Joy, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. So today's topic is postpartum depression. So we're going to first of all, we want to know. So we are trying to explain this postpartum depression, just like, based on experience. So I am not a nurse, I'm not a doctor. So we're just trying to, with the little knowledge I have, I'm trying to share it with you guys, because postpartum depression has cost a lot of people, has cost a lot of things, and most of us don't know what postpartum depression means. So we're going to be defining or explaining this postpartum depression in a layman's understanding. So first of all, we're going to know what is postpartum depression. Number 2, we're going to know the symptoms to look out for postpartum depression on a mother that just gave birth. Hi, good afternoon, Adam. Chidera, good morning. Adebayo. Number 2 is the symptoms to look out for. Number 3 is people likely to have postpartum depression. And number 4 is how to treat postpartum depression. So now the question is, what is postpartum depression? That's the question everybody wants to ask. Now, postpartum depression only affects new mothers that just gave birth. So postpartum depression this occurs after you give birth. So it can, normal person that didn't give birth cannot have postpartum depression. Okay, hi, good morning, ADBC, welcome. So we have established what postpartum depression is, which is postpartum depression. This occurs after you give birth. So it doesn't happen to anybody that doesn't have, give birth. So it happens to people that gave birth, new mothers that gave birth. Now, the symptoms, this program is for everybody, it's for the men, it's for the women. It doesn't necessarily mean you will have to be a mother to know about postpartum depression. Hi, good afternoon, ADBC. Good afternoon, Blessing. So this program is for everybody, because why do I say it's for everybody? So that you will be of help for your sister that just gave birth, for your wife that just gave birth. So you look out for these symptoms for those people that just gave birth. Hi, good afternoon, Chioma. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. So the program is for everybody. So you be of help for everybody around you, your sister that just gave birth, your wife, for everybody. So the program is for everybody. Now, the symptoms to look out for if you see a new mother, or maybe your wife just gave to birth, or maybe your sister just gave to birth, pay attention to these symptoms, which is this woman cries all the time, bitterness, not bonding with her baby. These are signs of postpartum depression, blaming yourself. So when you see a new mother crying all the time, blaming herself, and one thing about postpartum depression, from what I read, it says after a woman gave birth, a lot of things drops, her hormones drops. That's the estrogens and what's the other one called? The estrogens in her brain. That's the chemical, whatever in her brain drops. So let me try to find where I say, according to National Institution of Mental Health. After childbirth, the level of hormones in a woman's body quickly drops, which is the estrogen and the progesterone in a woman's brain drops. So at that particular time, women normally have mood swings. By biting, you see a woman not happy, she's not happy, so it's not her fault. It's normal. After when a woman gives birth, she will be feeling, for some minutes, she will not feel that bond with her baby, or maybe she will be crying. It's normal. But after 1 week, if this thing continues, seek for help for her. Take the baby away from her. Try to console her. Because sometimes these women tend to harm the baby. So when you see these symptoms in a new mother, just give her 1 week. If she doesn't come back, it has crossed boundary. What you would do as a husband, what you would do as a sister, what you would do as a friend is to be there with her, most especially for that baby. Because at that time, she doesn't know what she's doing. Her brain, the chemical functions in her brain is not working properly. So she might harm the baby. So when you see, and the symptoms to look at for trouble sleeping, mood swing, crying a lot, sadness. Sadness, you always feel sad. Some is normal, but some, once it is after 1 week, seek help for her. So did we explain the symptoms to look out for? So let me see if I can write down. Well, after this live, I'm going to detail it in a video. I'm going to detail the symptoms, the function, the symptoms, and who is likely. So for now, we have defined postpartum depression, which is, it occurs after giving birth, after you might have given birth. So you are likely to have postpartum depression. Now, the symptom is when the woman feels sadness all the time. She feels sad. She doesn't, she always, cranky and mood swing. She always blames herself. She cries all the time. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. The symptoms, it has a lot of symptoms. Difficulty bonding with the child. Insomnia. Insomnia is difficulty sleeping. She doesn't sleep. She doesn't sleep well. Hi, welcome, lovely. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So the symptoms are all, and my day is fine, Esther. Welcome, lovely. Welcome. Thank you for following. So I'm trying to explain the symptoms. Daddy, can you go to the parlor? No. So the symptoms are insomnia. Insomnia means finding it difficult to sleep. Loss of appetite. Daddy, what is it? Mood swing. Finding it difficult to sleep. Crying a lot. Feeling sad or blaming herself. There's a whole lot of symptoms, and not bonding with your child. You will see a new mother. She doesn't want to touch her child. These are signs of postpartum depression. Hi, good evening, Jacinta. Welcome. Some used to be sad during this period. Yes. But the sadness, remember, like I just read, that the National Institution of Mental Health says that when a woman gives birth, the hormones in her body drops. So sadness and most of these symptoms, sometimes it's normal. Hi, I'm doing fine, Jacinta. Sometimes it's normal. But when it goes after 1 week, persisted after 1 week, you know that person needs help. So maybe few days, it's normal to have those feelings after 2 days because your brain, the chemical functions in your brain has dropped. So it's normal after a few days. But when it passes 1 week, the person needs help. Postpartum depression is a very deadly depression for new mother because most mother with postpartum depression. Hi, good morning, Abike. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So postpartum depression mothers that have this postpartum depression normally hurts the baby. They normally hurt it. They are not the one doing it. It's that depression in them. They are not with their brain or whatever. Some of them tends to hurt the baby. Hi, good morning, Aldo. Good morning. You know, so the chemical function in your brain changes. So at that particular time, you are not with your right senses. So that's why I said the program is for everybody. Once you notice this thing on a newly mother, be there, or you take out maybe after she breastfeed the baby, you force her or you pet her to breastfeed the baby, you take the baby away from her and try to make her sleep, try to do all sort of things for her to have a complete rest. The symptoms are much. So let me go back to the symptoms again. Lack of sleep, sadness, mood swing to the extreme. Yes, you cannot sleep. That's the sign of postpartum depression. Yes, it's always good that the doctors came in. The doctors already know that she might be having symptoms of postpartum depression. So the doctors are there to help. So you can even do it. Your mother can even do it at home, thereby, telling you good stuff. You listen, home counseling, counsel you. Home counseling until your senses will come back. So making sure that you sleep very well, sleep properly, or some of them are giving drugs, to balance the hormones in your body. Some of them can be given antidepressant drugs to balance the hormone in your brain. Some can be canceled. That's the treatment. So we're not talking about the treatment. Some can be canceled. Some can be given medication. These things, women sacrifice a lot to bring in a new human being to the world. So when you see all these symptoms, Daddy, be careful, okay? When you see all these symptoms, hi Esther, good morning. When you see all these symptoms on your sister, wife, whoever, please try as much as you can to help them. At that particular time, they are not with their senses. Hi, I'm doing fine, Esther. Welcome. So let me read. Let me read what I researched. It says here, according to National Institute of Mental Health, after child's birth, the level of hormones, which is the estrogen and the progesterone in a woman's body, quickly drops. This leads to chemical change in her brain that may trigger mood swing. So this thing triggers mood swing because at that particular time, the chemical, how do they write it? The chemical changes in your brain have occurred. That means you're not with your right sense. So there's an incident here in America where a new mother threw her baby away from the step, 6th floor. She threw her baby away. She killed her baby. So this thing is postpartum depression. And now let's talk about the people likely to have postpartum depression. People likely to have postpartum depression. Hi, good morning, good morning. Yes, it's real. It's very real. Postpartum depression is very real and it's very dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. So that's why I said this program is for everybody. Even if you're not married, it's for you to look out for your neighbor, your sister. You look out for these symptoms and, raise an alarm. You raise an alarm for help. You're not helping the mother alone. You're also helping the baby because the baby is in danger. If you leave the baby with that mother that has postpartum depression, the baby might be harmed. Hi, good afternoon, Ravo. How are you? I'm fine. The baby might be harmed. You want to drink water? Oh, yeah, go to the parlor, okay? Go and watch ABCD. Good boy. You know, so you are looking out for, you are helping the baby, you are helping the mother, you are also protecting that little child, that little baby that doesn't know anything, that doesn't know how to protect his or herself. So look out for the symptom for a woman that just gave birth. That's why it's always advisable when a woman gives birth, people always say, don't leave a woman that just gave birth alone. No, because wait. Why is your mood not a good mood? Did you just give birth? Why? What happened? You know, so when a woman gives birth, try as much as you can to protect her, monitor her mood swings, monitor how she feels. You know, so now the question again is, who is likely to have postpartum depression? Who have the chances of having postpartum depression? Number one is those couples that doesn't have good marital relationship. Those couple that doesn't have good marital relationship. You know, the husband doesn't treat the wife right. The husband doesn't treat the wife right. Another, daddy, don't play with the electric. Come out from there, my love. You know, the husband, those people that have poor marital relationship, they are likely to have, the woman is likely to have postpartum depression. Number two is the child, the new baby, stressing the mother. Not everybody can handle stress. You know, late night cry or whatever, the stress. So if the woman is complaining too much, my baby is not allowing me to rest, please support her, help her. That's why it's always good. That's why I always say that we hardly have postpartum depression in Nigeria, because in this category of child care stress, we always have communities, mothers, friends that comes around to help. Unlike when you live outside the country, you don't have help. That's why postpartum depression is high, it's at the high side outside the country. So when it comes to, yes, Esther, please seek help, okay? Please, if you are having one of these symptoms, seek help, not for you, but because of your baby. Yes, poor marital relationship normally cause these people that is in poor marital relationship, they are likely to have postpartum depression. Now, difficult infant temperament. For example, when these people that have a baby that cries a lot, every minute the baby is crying, you might, because of at that particular time, your hormones are trying to balance themselves. If you can't hold yourself properly, the temperament of your little baby that cries a lot might trigger you into postpartum depression. So I just mentioned 3: poor marital relationship, child care stress, and child temperament. Child crying too much and all that. But be careful, okay? Child crying too much and all that. If you cannot handle it, look for help. Please seek for help. Seek for help. And another one is low self-esteem. After somebody might have given birth, the woman will feel, oh, look at my tummy. Hey, my tummy is now big. Oh, my tummy is now saggy. You start having low self-esteem about yourself. This could lead to postpartum depression. You know, after birth, your tummy will feel like you are still having, you are still pregnant. Most people always feel so bad. You know, you start feeling, oh, my tummy. You start feeling or blaming yourself, oh, my tummy. That's good. Kudos to you, Esther. Seek for help. Kudos that you have house help now. So what you do, Esther, is after you breastfeed your baby, just go to your room and have a complete rest. Shower and have a rest and admire yourself. Admire yourself in the sense that you tell yourself that you are a great mother, that you just produced a human being. Talk to yourself, and this will boost your self-esteem. When the stress is too much and there is no one to help you out, like when I gave birth to my second baby, he is crying too much. Thank God for my mother and my husband. Yes, exactly. And then you are very right. That's why women in Nigeria, we hardly notice postpartum depression because our mothers and friends are always around to help us. Unlike those in America, London, other part of the world that we don't have our relatives around to help us. You must know how strong your brain is, your mental state is. You must know how strong your mental state is for you to withstand these things when you are outside the country. So I've talked about low self-esteem. How to manage this low self-esteem is admire yourself. Know that you have big belly now. It means you are a superwoman. You just produced a baby. Admire yourself. Always tell yourself, oh, I am a wonderful woman. When other women are talking, I will be talking so loud because I'm a wonderful woman. You tell yourself that you have produced a baby. You talk to yourself. You self-boost yourself. How do I call it? Self-boost. You boost your self-esteem. Don't always feel bad that your tummy is big or whatever. So I have mentioned like 4. So let me go back again. Number 1 is poor marital relationship. If you are having trouble, you don't have a peaceful home, you are having fight with your husband all the time, these people are likely to go into postpartum depression. So what do? When you're not having good relationship with your husband, what you do is you monitor yourself. Don't feel down at this particular moment. Always tell yourself, well, I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing it for my baby. So I should be strong. Hi, good afternoon, Florence. Welcome. So you talk to yourself or you talk to your husband and tell your husband, look, we have a new child. Let us settle whatever problem we are having until this child is, grown a little bit. Thank you, Adebisi. Thank you so much. Now, number 2 is I'm trying to go back, rephrase who is likely to have postpartum depression. So number 1 is marital relationship, poor marital relationship. Number 2 is child stress. If you are feeling you are being stressed out by your child, you cannot sleep at night because of he or she is waking up to eat, seek for help. Seek for help. Seek for help. If you have the accessories, you can breast pump, save it, and call your husband to help you out whenever the baby wants to eat. Help you out so that you can sleep. And when you sleep, when you have enough sleep, your brain tends to settle. You settle. So that means when you settle, your brain, your hormones will be coming to be on a normal level. So that's why sleeping is very, very essential after giving birth. Encourage your friend, anybody after giving birth, even their husband, always tell them, look, help your wife so that she can have enough sleep, because when she sleeps for 5 hours, her brain or her hormones will be coming back to normal. So husbands, help your wife after giving birth. This will help her to balance her hormones. So this will help her hormones to balance. So it's good that the husband join hands with the wife for the wife to come back to normal. Now, number 2 is infant temperament, baby crying too much. So what do? Reach out to your friend, your mother, anybody available. Tell the person, I cannot, my baby is crying too much. Please, I need your help. Or even talk to your husband. Say, please, I need your help. Can you take the baby to another room so that I can rest? Even if it's 30 minutes. Calm myself down, even if it's 30 minutes. Seek for help. Don't take all the work by yourself. Call your husband. Tell your husband, look, this cry is getting to me. I need to separate myself from the baby for a while and have some calm moment. That will help you so much. Now, we talk about number 5, social support. When you look around, you don't have any social support. This tends to bring postpartum depression. For example, new mothers, you give birth and you go home. You look around, you don't have anybody that you can call to help you. You don't have anybody you can reach out to come and help you. This can cause postpartum depression. This social help, mainly affects single mothers. It affects single mothers mainly because you don't have a husband that will help you in carrying the child when you need to sleep. So the social support, because as a single mother, society tends to woo at you. Nobody wants to come close to you. Even your parents doesn't want to have anything to do with you because they are angry. So social support affects mainly single mothers. So I beg you, single mothers, it's not, you didn't do anything bad to have a baby. It's just their mentality that's making them angry towards you. The only thing you need to do is be strong. Be strong. Tell yourself that I took this decision. I brought this baby forth to this world. And it's not my baby that brought his or herself to this world. I brought him or her to this world. So I will do it. I will take it as a responsibility to raise this child. I'm not going to let myself down to be mentally disturbed. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be mentally strong for my baby. You tell yourself these things. These things will help you. When you tell yourself all these things, it will help boost you a lot. It will help boost your self-esteem. It will help, ginger you. Let me put it that way. So number 5 is single parents. Being a single parent or not planning, you didn't plan to have the pregnancy and the pregnancy came, or you are a single parent. Just like I said, social support. So being a single parent can also lead you into postpartum depression because you're now thinking, oh, I'm going to be the only one training this baby. But at this particular time, you have to self-boost yourself, self-boost your esteem. Your low esteem, you have to boost it. You tell yourself, you look yourself in the mirror, you look your child and you tell your child, you call him or her by his name or her name and tell them that, look, I brought you to this world. I'm not going to allow myself to break down. I am going to train you. I am your hand. I am here to support you. That means I am not going to let myself down. I am worried. I cry all the night because I am alone with you. But with you, looking at you, I will not let myself down. I will not disappoint you, my baby. Talk to yourself. When you talk to yourself, you will see that you will boost yourself. So how do you get help? Reach out to your doctor. The doctor might not be good in counseling you. He might give you a medication. He might also help in counseling you. You can also call your mother or any elderly person you think you can trust. You can reach out to that person. The person will now counsel you. You tell the person, look, I don't know why I'm feeling sad. I don't know. And when you are depressed, evil thought tends to come into your head. You will be thinking of how to harm that baby. Most women that killed their baby, their infant baby, the causes is depression. They are in postpartum depression and nobody knows. I saw a girl that killed her child in Nigeria. She killed her child. She put her child in water, in a bucket full of water, and closed it. So the child drowned. That girl is postpartum depressed. So let's look for, be our sister's keeper, be our wife's keeper. At that point, they are not, there's a news again in America here. A woman killed her twins, drowned them. She is postpartum depressed. Nobody dictated that earlier. So when you see these people having these signs after birth, please and please and please seek help. Or when you notice anybody that have this, what do? Be there for them. Once they give breastfeed the baby, tell them to go and sleep, that you are here for them, that you're going to take care of the baby. Just go and sleep. Go and sleep. I'm here for you. Tell them that you will protect the baby while they sleep. Trust me, if that person have a sound sleep of 5 hours, when she wake up, you will see a new her, because she just rested. All the stress, she has rested. And by the time she continued this resting for another 1 week, she will bounce back. She will be herself. So why all this postpartum depression triggers is after the stress of pregnancy, the stress of giving birth, and the person doesn't have enough sleep after giving birth, she will start again to care for a child. That's why it's always good when a woman gives birth, please advise her to rest, to sleep. This will make the chemical balance in her body to come back. This is meant to make her hormones to come back to normal. Okay, so let's recap before we stop. Now the recap is, number 1, what is postpartum depression? Number 2, the symptoms of postpartum depression. Number 3, those likely to have postpartum depression. Number 4, treatment, how to get treatment. So number 1, what is postpartum depression? Postpartum depression occurs after child's birth. So that means postpartum depression only occurs to new mothers, those that just gave birth. This is the only explanation of postpartum depression. Now, symptoms of postpartum depression is insomnia, which is lack of sleep, sadness, intense mood swing, blame. You're always blaming yourself. You're always telling yourself, I'm not a good mother. I am not doing the right thing. I am not, always blaming yourself. Lack of sleep, crying all the time, sadness, difficulty in bonding with your child. These are the symptoms. You don't want to bond. You don't even want to have anything to do with your baby. You're always crying. You're always feeling sad. You're always telling yourself, I'm a bad mother. I'm not doing the right thing. You're always blaming yourself. You don't want to sleep. You don't even feel like sleeping. Another one is lack of food. You don't even feel like eating either. Lack of sleep, lack of appetite. You don't bond. We don't want to bond with your child. Intense irritation. Things irritate you. You get cranky. You get wing swing all the time, mood swing all the time. So these are symptoms you should look out for. And now the number 3 is people that is likely, a mother that is likely to have postpartum depression. Number one is poor marital relationship. Excuse me. Number one is poor marital relationship. Number two is childcare stress. Having stress, waking up, 5 times before the day breaks, you are stressed out. Number three is social help. But are you okay? There's a lot of things. Difficulty in a child's temperament. Your baby cries a lot. You cannot handle the baby temperament. That's number three. The number four is social support. And again, single mother. Single mothers are also in a higher risk to have postpartum depression. This is why, because they don't have anybody that will help them. So they tend to feel, oh, the society does not like what I did. Oh, the society is blaming me for giving birth out of wedlock. Once they have all these things filled in their head, they begin to go depressed. They begin to be depressed. So when you have all these things, the treatment is consult your doctor. Okay? Consult your doctor. Consult your doctor. Your doctor will help you out. Your doctor will help you out. It is very, very normal to have a fearfulness, anxiety. For a new mom, it's very, very normal to be anxious. You are feeling anxiety in you. You are fearfulness. And these are normal. These are called marital blue. It lasts for 1 week. It's very normal to have this, but when it passes 1 week and you are still having these things, seek help. Now, remember, the person that have postpartum depression does not know she has it. It is you that is her neighbor that will look out for it and seek help for her. Most of them that have postpartum depression doesn't know. They don't know it's postpartum depression. So when you are around these people, help them by seeking help for them. This will help them so much. So this will help them so much. But like I said, when you give birth, new mothers, it's very, very normal to be, afraid. It's very normal to feel anxiety. What I mean by anxiety is not good, but, anxiety is, you're now thinking of how will tomorrow look like, or, you kind of anticipate. It's very normal for just few days. Like when I gave birth to my first son, I don't have help. I don't even have any help. I felt fearful from the hospital. I was fearful that, if I leave the hospital now, I will have to go to the house where nobody will help me. So what I did was, I utilized my stay in the hospital to sleep very well. Now, what do I mean by that? The 2 days I spent in the hospital, I've already knew that I have to utilize this stay by sleeping very well, by taking my phone and throw it away, so that I can sleep very, very well. Because when I leave hospital, you have helpers. The nurses will come and carry your baby and go and shower your baby. The nurses will always come and help you to feed the baby. But once you leave the hospital, everything will be on you. So what I did was, as the nurses were helping me, I would just have enough sleep. I would sleep so much that if I wake up, I feel refreshed. So I sleep so, I didn't even use my phone. It was my husband that was speaking calls and talking to my family members, calling to congratulate me. I slept very, very well because I know the real game will start when I leave the hospital. So I utilized my stay in the hospital by not going to social media. I utilized it by sleeping very well to make sure I'm in my right senses and in my proper state of mind to care for my baby when we leave the hospital. That is what I did. That really helped me. That was what I did. That really helped me. So seek help, my sister. Once you feel you are not getting it, look for a maid. If you don't have anybody that will care for you, even if you don't have money to pay a maid, reach out to somebody to give you their little one to come and help you for some few weeks or months. Probably, or most definitely, the person will understand that you need help. You are a new mother, you need help to take care of your child. So I hope this topic really helped somebody out there. I hope this topic, as a man, it helps you in looking out for your wife when your wife gives birth. As a man, if your wife gives birth, this is a time to shower her with love. When you shower her with love, you are not making her happy. You are feeding her brain. Therefore, she's happy, and when she's happy, her hormones will, rushly come back to normal, because when a woman is happy, she tends to forget whatever she has been through. Thank you, Adebisi. So as a man, help your wife by making her happy, shower her with gifts. This will make her happy. This will make her hormones come back to normal fast. You're not making her happy, you're actually making her, feeding off in her brain to help balance her hormones. I hope this is okay. It helps you. So as a woman, it's not necessary that you are giving birth. The only thing you're trying to do is to help your neighbor. Look out for your neighbor. You have a sister that just put to bed and you go to visit her. You look at these signs. Look at these signs and, monitor her. Ask her once in a while, are you okay? How do you feel? Do you feel like some things are your fault? Because when we go to the hospital here in America, for example, we go to, if your child is 6 months old or 3 months old, you go for a checkup. As a mother, they will give you like two notes to fill. And that note is, do you once in a while feel things are not working the way you want? Do you? Yes or no? You will now click. So by the time you answer that question and a doctor reviews it, the doctor can tell with what you answered if you are in depression, if you are depressed or not. So they give us these notes to fill out to make sure that, the mother is in the right sense, in her right sense to take care of the little one. Because once you are a mother and you are postpartum depressed, your child is the one at risk. Hi, Rose, welcome. Your child is the one at risk. So they give us these things to feel, and we feel it. If you are postpartum depressed, they will immediately call you for counseling. Immediately call you for counseling. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to do another video, which is a well-defined video. I'm going to do a well-defined video later and I'll post it. So I believe this our topic really helped you, and I hope you will be your neighbor's keeper, however they call it. So look out for a new mother and check out these signs, and also help her by seeking for counseling or seeking for help for her. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Bye. All right, guys. Bye.